YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel, again, back to Australia. And it looks like they found a way to protect themselves against this housing crisis, or find a way to buy in this housing crisis, or not being bought out of the market. What are this couple doing? It's down from the Daily Telegraph here. It was posted a few hours ago. Check this out. Sydney couple hopes to pool funds with others to buy a house. Now, it's almost like crowdfunding, where everyone chips in and everyone gets a piece of the house. What do you guys think? I mean, especially if they're strangers, because you're obviously not going to do this with family because, oh, I'm his brother, I don't got to pay that part of the mortgage this month. He won't kick me out of the house. Well, what would he do? Kick me out? I'm his brother. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be complete strangers, and it's basically business partners. I want to know what you guys think, so let's take a look at the article here real quick. In your 20s, home sharing meant splitting the chores, the bills, and rent with strangers. But now, a couple in their 30s looking at a new kind of house share, splitting the mortgage with other like-minded couples to help them get a foothold in Sydney's overheated property market. Having slogged through auction after auction, Sydney Inner West missing out on unbelievable dumps going for well over $1 million mark. Lynchdard couple Ben and Natalie Williams are hoping to pool funds with other couples to buy a big house and split it into three or four apartments with a shared backyard and possibly shared laundry. But doesn't it go back almost to like renting in a way? Like you don't have your, I don't know. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just kind of seeing if it was me doing it and my wife and my kids. It's like, you know, with their careers and support networks in the Inner West, the Williams wanted to stay. But feeling frozen out of the market despite the above-average wages, they knew they needed to get creative to escape the rent trap. Miss Williams, 39, said sheer insanity is the only way to describe the current costs of Sydney. We went to one auction in Dulwich Hill, a dilapidated dump, and it sold for $1.4 million. Yeah, for people watching this in other parts of the world, Australia it hasn't been a roller coaster. It's been an uphill climb since 1979, and it's been a nightmare for a lot of people living in Australia. And the Australian proper is completely 1,000,000,000% bought out. So the working class Australian proper is finished. Let's keep going. Latest real estate news and headlines. The couple, who have an 18-month-old daughter and 2 older children from former marriages, posted the idea of co-housing on Inner West Mum's Facebook page the last week, and it took off. Almost 80 interested parties joined their Inner West Housing Co-op page overnight. It's for anyone reevaluating a single-family detached living and re-imaging creative ways to get free from the massive mortgages that current home ownership seems to demand. Miss Williams said. Can I read here? Yeah. We pool our resources and figure out legalities, whether we become shareholders or a strata title. I mean, $1 million can buy you a 3-bedroom apartment these days. Can't even buy you, yep. Mr. Williams said, 38, said that there were keen roll out to any idea of a hippie commune. We need to debunk the myth, he said. So people are seeing it as like a kind of like a hippie type thing, you know. That's fine for your 20s, but we want to progress. The conversation beyond smashed avos to whether are like-minded people who are keen to think outside the box. While joint tendencies ideas have been around for a while, similar concept for cooperative living is the pipeline for elderly people in the Belgium. Oops, sorry. The agency. Where is that? Sorry, I'm reading through the phones, guys, so please bear with me. Keep zooming in and out. The agency project is a co-housing concept for older people choosing to live together but separately in their own houses, villas, townhouses, or apartments. We had a mentor, Williams is a friend, Trevor Thomas, who, along with 2 other couples, bought a 4-unit Art Deco block in Patersham in 1977 for $750 large. We all moved in, rented, and fourth one out. The one of the couples wanted to sell, so the two of us bought them out and rented it for 10 years, Mr. Thomas said. Now, we've turned into 4 2-story complex apartments with shared facilities in the backyard. So, it does look good on paper. It does. And I'm not trying to smash anyone's dreams because, you know, but the only thing that I'm really concerned about is the whole people default. People lose jobs. People sometimes can't pay. So if it's a, let's say the house they're looking at, let's say it would cost them $1.4 million, and if there's 3 couples on title, I don't know how many people you're legally allowed to put on title first on a property in Australia. I know in Canada, I think it's 4 or 5 people are allowed to be on title to a property. In Australia, it might be 1 person per family will be on title, but then that becomes a bit dangerous if somebody passes on, then the other person's not on title. I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, I'm just putting out all the weird things that could happen out there. But this sounds like a good idea on paper. For me, it sounds like a great idea if I'm the type of guy that spends winters in, if I go down to South Portugal, I spend my winters in Portugal, but that's Australia. Their winters are in the summer. Their winters are in the summer, so I'd be spending, yeah, it'd be the, yeah, so, anyways, yeah, so I'd be spending my summers in Portugal, that type of thing. Or if I went to, let's say I go to Thailand for a few months a year, if I'm a really heavy travel guy, but I still got my space, I still got my stuff, I still got ownership, I still got a place to crash when I come home, I don't have to worry about people breaking in because there's 2 other people living there, 2 other couples living there. That seems legit. That seems perfect legit if I was in that situation and I was single. But more of a couples thing with kids, I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment below. I'd like to know.